Ian Murray.
Well, I'm grateful to the Secretary of State, but the reality on the ground is the Chancellor's measures simply do not go far enough to protect jobs. The employees and businesses in the sectors hardest hit will need more support, and what they're getting from the Chancellor's announcement is less support. So, Mr Speaker, another area critical for jobs is the Scotch whisky industry. This week marks 1 year since the United States announced a 25% tariff on Scotch whisky. Figures from the Scotch Whisky Association show that has led to a devastating 32% drop in US Scotch whisky exports, costing a massive £360 million. Given the thousands of jobs in the industry that this supports, rather than the Secretary of State just telling us simply that he will raise it again with the International Trade Secretary, what is he actually going to do to encourage the US to lift the tariffs on Scotch whisky? Or is this just another example of what his new Scottish Conservative leader describes as the Tories not caring about Scotland?
Well, I'd say to the honourable gentleman, I mean, that he raised a very serious issue, and not just for the whisky industry, but it's also been for biscuits and for cashmere. I'm pleased that biscuits are now out off the tariff carousel. But this is a dispute, Boeing Airbus dispute, that's been many years in the making. It's unfair, it's harmful to both industry and consumers. But during the trade talks that have opened up with the US, we have got agreement now to have a bilateral discussion, in other words, not using the EU negotiators anymore. We're having a bilateral discussion with the US. And the good news I can tell him is we have moved to a new phase, and the Secretary of State for International Trade this week is starting discussions to try and resolve this problem.